I thought મોડું થયું છે એટલે કદાચ મારું નામ કપાઈ ગયું હશે because I started earlier. But thank you, Auntie, for this privilege, for this time. Those who don't know me, my name is V.K. Makwana. I'm the pastor of Nashamani United Methodist Church from Pennsylvania. Greetings from the Pennsylvania pastor. Hemlata Auntie માટે શું કહી શકે? What can I say, right? That this is the many people had said before me. Many people had shared the wisdom of word before me. Many people has shared Bible scriptures before me. I just wanted to share a few words. This 80 years is of God's grace, mercy and faithfulness in the life of Hemlata Auntie. 80 is just not a number. 80 is a testimony of God's sustaining hand. This 80, you know the song we sang earlier, Pedi Dar Pedi, right? E માટે હે પ્રભુ શીખવ અમને ગણતા અમારા દિન. Psalm 90:12 says this, teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Number of days. How many number of days in 80 years? Anybody guess? Lot of numbers, right? 28,000 more. Those many numbers Auntie has touched in many people's life. You know, for us, one day is just, oh, I can do one thing in one day. Auntie had did for 80 years, for many things. Bible also says one thing. I was looking at Auntie when she was there. This is the word from, I'm sorry uncle, I'm gonna pick on you, his older brother, and Anil uncles, 84 years old. Anil uncles had a grey hair, 4 years old. Auntie don't have grey hair. Did you notice that? Uncle said earlier he had grey hair, Auntie don't have. Proverbs 16:31 says this, grey hair is a crown of glory, right? And it is gained in the righteous life. No, but you know, Auntie is wearing that crown very beautifully. You know how? By the righteousness of her walk and her faith in God. We just heard the story about Garden of Prayer Ministry. You know, someone also mentioned earlier, I think you mentioned about Iguana, right? Iguana, Garden of Ministry. Those are her walk and faith in God. You know, she reminds us that Proverbs 31 woman, that she opened her arm to a poor and extend her hand to the needy. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Two of her children, right? Both of your son told you, the blessed, right? And the woman who fear the Lord is to be praised. A woman is in front of us. You know, many of us, we also think that at the age of 80, life slows down. My dad is turning 75 next year and he's keep telling me like, I'm getting old, I cannot do that often. You know, he like Gainturi, he stand up and dance and everything, right? You might have seen some videos. And he telling me that I'm Auntie 80. No, it's not. Because Percibe just proclaimed that word, which I have written here. Percibe must have seen my notes. Psalm 92:14. Right? Holy Spirit talks to us this way, Percibe. Psalm 92:14. They will still bear fruit in old age, and they will stay fresh and green. You know, at the age of 80, Moses was called to lead the Israel. Age of 83, when Caleb said this, I am still as strong today. Give me this mountain. At age of 80, Moses did 85, Caleb asked for to move the mountain. Auntie, you can move the mountains. We are with you, right? Nimiben just said it. So today, we stand in the same line of the faith for you, Auntie. Still fruitful, still strong, still a blessing to our community. You know, when we talk about our community, we also talk about Auntie has been community leader for many years, not just for the positions, but for her service. When I came to America, 1999, and see, Auntie remember me. Even my daughter here is here, Faith. When she born and when we had the first Mother's Day, we went to Auntie's restaurant to celebrate the first Mother's Day. So I remember from there, we had a very, very much. One thing I like, that Jesus said, the greatest among you will be your servant. And Auntie always been a servant. You might have witnessed that too. That leadership is not marked not by the power. Leadership has been marked not by the power, but the compassion. Not by the pride, but the humility. And Auntie has shown this for many times. You know, we can measure how many lives she has lifted up. How many lives she had touched. You know, not just only she achieved, we heard about her recognitions. When I went to visit her house, I don't know, Pastor, if you went to her house, but if you go, there is a room full of all the awards. Whole wall. You walk around there, you see that, like full of awards. And I was just, what? So many awards, but that's not it. Right? Awards is there, but the life she has touched. Even recently when she was in India and we were talking from India, right? We called. And so many people, she had a bhajan mandali to 10 village, 10 village bhajan mandali. She invited Salvation Methodist Church and all the people. She had so many lives touched. But a legacy, your legacy will not be forgotten, Auntie. It will live to your children. Of course, we heard them saying from your family, but also from the community. You know, many of us might say this, like, we have touched by her life. I have been blessed by Auntie's life. You might have blessed for some way or others for Auntie's life. So question for us, everybody asking for it, question for us. I'm gonna turn 50 this year, okay? Auntie is 80. So question for me too. How will people remember us as when we turn 80? How would people remember us when we turn 80? Think about it. Would the people say that this person, as she lived for a God, served the people and loved well? Would they say for us too? I take as a challenge. Auntie, you're challenging us to live life wise, live life, walk faithfully, and serve wholeheartedly. So at the end, I would ask us to pray for you, Auntie, that may your next years will be filled with a peace like a river. May your joy overflow your heart, and may your influence continue to shine like a morning star. May God bless you and happy birthday.